When we picture Christmas today, the decorated tree, the exchanging of gifts, the family gathered around the table, we are in many ways picturing a Victorian Christmas. This is the story of how Victorians reinvented Christmas and why their vision still shapes our own.
Welcome to Literally Victorian with your host, Matthew Lee Hanson.
Hello and welcome to the channel for a festive special. My name is Matthew and I'm glad to be with you once again. I hope you're all doing very well indeed. Before the 19th century, Christmas in Britain was unevenly celebrated, sometimes muted, sometimes rowdy, and often ignored altogether. But during Queen Victoria's reign, Christmas was transformed, reshaped into a season of warmth, charity, domesticity, and tradition. In the early 1800s, Christmas was not yet the grand family-centred holiday we know today. Many traditions had faded after the Puritan era, which viewed Christmas with suspicion and even hostility. For some, Christmas meant drunken revelry. For others, it meant little at all. What the Victorians would do, slowly and deliberately, was civilise Christmas, soften it, and bring it indoors. One image changed everything. In 1848, the Illustrated London News published an engraving of Queen Victoria, Prince Albert, and their children gathered around a decorated Christmas tree at Windsor Castle. Prince Albert, born in Germany, had brought the tradition with him, a fir tree adorned with candles, sweets, and small gifts. The public was captivated. Soon Christmas trees appeared in middle-class homes across Britain. Evergreen branches symbolised life through winter. Candles glowed with hope and warmth. The Christmas tree became the emotional heart of the Victorian home. If Victoria and Albert gave Christmas its image, Charles Dickens gave it its soul. In 1843, Dickens published A Christmas Carol. The story of Ebenezer Scrooge transformed Christmas into a moral event, a time for generosity, kindness, redemption, and care for the poor. The book was an instant success. Dickens reminded Victorians that Christmas was not about wealth, but compassion, that the warmth of the season should reach beyond the hearth. Charity drives, donations, and public acts of kindness surged during the Christmas season, inspired by Dickens's vision. To be charitable at Christmas became a social duty. Victorian Christmas was above all domestic. Families gathered at home. Homes were decorated with holly, ivy, mistletoe, and yew. Fireplaces were dressed with greenery and ribbons. The drawing room became the centre of celebration, a place for games, music, recitations, and storytelling. Popular Victorian Christmas entertainments included charades, parlour games, musical performances, readings of poetry or scripture, and of course, ghost stories. Yes, the good old ghost stories. The Victorians loved A Winter's Tale of the supernatural, believing the dark season lent itself to mystery and reflection. Christmas dinner became a defining ritual. Roast beef and goose were popular early in the century, but turkey gradually became the centrepiece of the Victorian Christmas table. Side dishes included stuffing, potatoes and root vegetables, mince pies, plum pudding, steamed for hours, soaked in alcohol, and dramatically set alight before serving. Families gathered to stir the pudding weeks in advance, each person making a wish. Food symbolised abundance, especially meaningful in an era where hunger was common. For many families, Christmas was the one day of the year when everyone ate well. The Victorians also invented much of Christmas's commercial side. The first commercial Christmas cards appeared in the 1840s, made possible by cheap printing and a reliable postal system. Cards often featured winter scenes, religious imagery, or gentle humour. Gifts were modest by modern standards: books, gloves, handkerchiefs, toys, and homemade crafts. Gift-giving was meant to be thoughtful, not extravagant. Shops decorated their windows, encouraging seasonal shopping, the beginnings of the Christmas marketplace we recognise today. But while Christmas sparkled for many, the Victorians were acutely aware that poverty did not disappear in winter. Workhouses, charities, and churches organised Christmas meals for the poor. Some factories gave workers the day off. Others did not. Dickens's influence loomed large, reminding the public that ignoring suffering during Christmas was morally unacceptable. Yet for many, Christmas still meant cold rooms, thin meals, and hard labour. The Victorian Christmas was aspirational, a vision of warmth not everyone could reach. Christmas remained deeply religious. Church attendance increased. Carols were sung, many familiar ones were written or popularised during the Victorian era. Nativity scenes appeared in homes and churches. The season encouraged reflection, gratitude, and restraint. Victorians saw Christmas as a pause, a moment to reflect on family, faith, and duty in a rapidly changing world. By the time Queen Victoria died in 1901, Christmas had been firmly reshaped. The Victorians gave us the Christmas tree, Christmas cards, family-centred celebrations, seasonal charity, festive feasting, the moral message of goodwill. Their version of Christmas balanced tradition with progress, faith with festivity, and warmth with responsibility. A Victorian Christmas was not perfect. It existed alongside poverty, hardship, and inequality. But it offered something powerful, a vision of warmth in winter, kindness in darkness, and togetherness in a changing world. When we light the tree, gather around the table, or wish one another goodwill, we are, knowingly or not, continuing a tradition shaped by the Victorians. Thank you very much for watching, and I wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year, and I will see you all again, I hope, very, very soon. Goodbye for now. Merry Christmas.